I keep working with people, and it is very interesting to note that there are different kinds of people. When it comes to negative thought patterns, the internet has so many thought patterns that have been discussed by the scientists. But in my real life experience, I have found 10 distinct types of people which I want to share here, and you can always write more types of negative thinking down below in the comment section. The first type of people that I usually meet who are absolutely negative, and it can be considered as one of the negative thought patterns, is the Mr. and Miss Perfect. This type of people, that is the men and women in this particular label of Mr. and Miss Perfect, are usually those who are perfectionists. You have guessed it right. They're always about what should be done, what must be done, how it should be done, and they're caught in that and they forget to enjoy what they are doing. I often see in my profession as well as in all the other professions, when I meet people, young, old, middle-aged, I at least find 30 to 40% of people in a room filled with these kind of perfection-oriented people. They do not indulge themselves, they're not mindful about what they are doing, but they are always obsessed about perfection, and that brings in negativity. The second type of people that I usually meet are those who are called as pretenders. Pretenders are those kind of people who usually fake their emotions. They fake everything. Like, they're not actually enjoying a movie, but because they want to be with the group, they say that it's a fantastic movie. They're not actually enjoying being with you on an outing, but they don't want to offend you and they pretend to be enjoying, and the list is endless. These people usually are of two types. Basically, those who try to con you, and those who are by nature so. They think something else, but they express something else, and this brings a lot of discrepancy in their emotions, and they tend to be always into negativity. The third type of people whom I usually encounter are called as old timers, whom we call conservatives. These people do not want to move on. They are stuck to the old practices. They are always about rules, regulations, and how things should be done. And they do not want to move on, embrace, and evolve over a period of time. We also meet a lot of them on our journey in our life. The fourth type of people are the rebels. These people usually are those who do not go by the rules, and sometimes I feel that it is genetic, that certain people, they just don't want to follow any rules or regulations. They just want their own way. Sometimes they're domineering, sometimes they're very silent killers who just want to deviate from what's happening, and they do not want to follow others. It's not about being extraordinary, but they just want to be away from the ordinary. These people always end up being loners and no takers for them, and hence get into negativity. The fifth type of people that I encounter are called as the boomerangers. Yes, you have heard it right, because these people are those people who usually blame others. If something happens, it comes back either to them or to the other. So boomerangers are of two types. Those people who find fault with them for everything that happens around them in the world to the others, or those people who find fault with you for everything that happens to them or to the world or any other person. So these are the 5 different types of people that we have discussed till now, and for each of them there is a different kind of a strategy that will have to be utilized in order to get over this kind of negative thought pattern. The 6th type of negative thinkers are very common, and each one of us must have encountered them at least once in our lifetime, and I'm sure we must be having one or the other family members who is toxic and narcissist. A narcissistic person is somebody who tries to dominate you and thinks that he's always right and you're always wrong, and you know about toxic people, so I don't need to explain it. The 7th type of people that I find to be negative thinkers, or it's a 7th type of negative thinking, is the wronged people. I find most of the people always thinking that they are wronged somehow or the other by the others. Even if you bring whatever they want to their perusal, they will say that no, something else is missing or something else should have been done, and you know what, God, me, you, everybody else is out there to just wrong them. So this is one more pattern that I have found amongst different types of people. And the 8th type of people are, very funnily I call them as the forever tomorrow people. These people live in tomorrow, literally. I have found many people saying that whatever they have today, whatever they have now is not enough. They always aspire for something tomorrow which will be much more happier, much more pleasant, much more successful than what they have today. And in this process, they're always doomed into depression, and they don't like what they are doing, and they don't enjoy their now moment in anticipation of tomorrow. So these are the forever tomorrow people. The 9th kind of people that I usually find to be very negative, it's a negative thinking pattern again, is the suicide squad. I call them the suicide squad because these people are the first one to drop everything and give up every project, every action that they are into, or every thought that they have come out with, and they're so diffident about themselves, their actions, their thoughts and their beliefs, that they really live in depression. The last and the most interesting type of people that I meet who are really very negative, I call them as dreamers and doomers. Yes, these people are not at all realistic. They live in their dreams, or they always feel that they're doomed. They're a combination of both too much of optimism and the wronged people. So what they usually do is they either have too many expectations and hopes about their lives or their relationships or their emotions and expressions, or they have always this negative thought that is nagging at them about their future, their life and their relationship with others, be it family or friends. So these are the 10 different types of people I usually meet, and I have come out with these negative thinking patterns as these 10 different labels. I hope you enjoyed them, but at the same time, these are those people who you and me meet every day, and probably we are one of them. So how do we actually combat this kind of negativity in our day-to-day life, and what are the various strategies that we come out with in order to overcome these kind of negative feelings and thoughts?